Every line I write is a fatality. Just win is my mentality. Al Davis would have drafted me. Hit him with the wrath of 3. Your future is the past to me. I'm past.
Dropping some shit. Later Nation. Just to give a shout out real quick to my nation. I subscribe to a YouTube channel called The Silver and Black Way. Silver and Black Way. You watch that motherfucker. If you're from the Raider Nation, check him out. That motherfucker's real. It's a commentary thing about games and opinions and all stuff. But I really like this dude. You know, he's a young cat. I think he said he lives about 3 hours away. I don't know if it's up north or down south, 3 hours from the distance. But he's a Raider fan. You know what I'm saying? And he talks about some good shit. Speaks his mind. For real motherfucker right there. Check out Silver and Black Ways on fucking YouTube.
Hey, what's going on, Raider Nation? It's your boy Dylan back at you guys with that weekly video for the Black and Silver Way. As you know, tomorrow, it's going to be a very boring Sunday. You know why it's going to be a very boring Sunday? I will tell you why, Raider Nation. There's no Oakland Raider football tomorrow, guys. There is no Oakland Raider football tomorrow, and I am bummed out just as much as you. I got to wake up on a Sunday, a lazy Sunday, where I really like to enjoy football, but my team's not going to be playing, and obviously, I'm going to have to watch at least a game because it's football Sunday, but damn, I'd love to watch my team, and I hate the rest of the NFL. But it's okay. Our guys need that rest. Everybody needs to get healthy. Everybody got to get their minds together, guys. You know, because on paper, we are a 2-4 team. And shouts out to Raider Lou. You're right, my friend. You are right, my brother. We're a 2-4 team on paper. We're a 2-4 team in everybody's eyes. But honestly, the Raider Nation, we know that we ain't a 2-4 team, guys. Let's be real here. Defense is solid. Offense, they struggle, man. They come out swinging, and then it just done after the second half. That's something that we need to focus on in this bye week. I think that's a really big struggle right now, guys, is that execution, playing 60 minutes of football. Kind of just going to free do this video. It's very late. It's like 12 o'clock, and I'm right in front of my computer. I couldn't do the video in the room right now, but I'm going to read you some articles. We'll just cover a few topics, talk some Raider football. That's why you guys should subscribe to my channel, and that's what I'm going to deliver to you guys. Jason Tarver, all right? Jason Tarver is probably the best defensive coordinator we've had in the last 10 years. You know why I say that so confidently, guys? Let's just for example, okay? For example, oh man, you remember back in the day? You remember back in 2006? Do you remember that defense, though? Do you remember who? Oh, man, those were the days. No, you know who? You know what defense was hella dope? Was the 2010 Raiders. Oh, man, that defense was on point. No. No, that hasn't been the case for the Oakland Raiders. I don't remember the last time we've had good defense. And if we did have okay defense, it was okay. Borderline, Michael Huff. Fucking okay, all right? And this defense this year, confusing offenses, putting pressure on quarterbacks, forcing turnovers. You got that veteran experience with Charles Woodson coming back to the Oakland Raiders. You got Jason Tarver just yelling, having a lot of life on the sidelines, getting everyone pumped up, everyone on the same page. You got to work for your spot. I like this mentality. This man is a mad scientist, guys. Jason Tarver is going to be on lockdown. Hopefully he's on lockdown. Hopefully Reggie McKenzie doesn't do anything drastic and notices that this defense is a great defense. And the reason why it's a great defense is not only the leadership and the players, okay? It's Jason Tarver. He's building that defense. He's getting everyone pumped up. He loves the game of football. I like what I see out of this guy this year. He loves the defense. All the players right now, they're all clicking. And I just really am proud to see that this defense executing and showing up to play and keeping us in the ball game. One player on this offense, guys, that doesn't get utilized and doesn't get the ball as much as he should is Marcel Reece. We just gave him a contract extension this year. He loves the Raider culture. He's a fan favorite. Reece mode! Yes, Marcel Reece is a great player. Great fullback, great tight end, great running back. He's just an all-around powerful guy. He reminds me of Michael Bush with excellent hands and excellent blocking. When you see him getting handed off the ball, he gets more yardage than Darren McFadden does. You know why? Because if he gets stuck in a hole, he trucks people down for an extra 5 yards. In my opinion, I would not mind to see Marcel Reece get our running back spot. You guys remember Jerome Bettis. You guys remember what Michael Bush did. When you got a player that's big and tough and knows how to run the ball and loves the game of football, now you got a problem, defense. You got a problem because you got cornerbacks trying to take him out, trying to hit him up top, get ran over. You got linebackers that need 2 linebackers to get him down. Marcel Reece is a threat, and we need to utilize him more, and Greg Olsen knows this. This bye week, I think they're going to come up with a game plan. Greg Olsen, the fucking offensive coordinator, needs to focus on getting Marcel Reece that ball more. I can't remember when Marcel dropped a ball. I can't remember when Marcel Reece fumbled the ball. Obviously, every time he gets it, he's always progressing down the field. And if not, you know, it's still okay. He's a great player, guys. So I think Marcel Reece needs to get a lot more involved in this Raider offense. He's a great player. He went to the Pro Bowl last year. He's got a great future ahead of him. He's very young. So let's get him more into the scheme, damn it. So the Oakland Raiders definitely need a new stadium built. Al Davis always wanted a new stadium, our own stadium. Mark Davis is really pushing for that. That's one thing in Al Davis' legacy that was never completed, was he never got to walk in to our own stadium. We always had to share it with somebody. Some bullshit happened. So definitely Mark Davis has been pushing for that. And if Oakland doesn't put it up, he's going to leave Oakland because he obviously really needs a stadium. And we deserve a stadium. I mean, the Jacksonville Jaguars, I mean, the fucking Cincinnati Bengals. Are you fucking kidding me? They all have a stadium, and the Oakland Raiders, one of the most iconic franchises in all of sports, doesn't have their own stadium. Now that's a problem, and that really pisses me off. But let's get into this. This article right here, let's go ahead and get into this. I'm just going to read you off what this article says. That new stadium could be built in Oakland as part of the so-called Coliseum City. On Tuesday, Oakland City Council voted to approve the addition of multiple potential investors. On Wednesday, owner Mark Davis expressed his optimism about the project. This is quote-unquote what Mark Davis had to say about getting a new stadium. I want to see what happens from here, but maybe it's a ray of sunshine and hope. The reason why he's such a Debbie Downer about the idea is because it's never fucking happened. All right, it's never happened, and that's bullshit. And that's why he's doubting him a little bit. But hey, you know, he said it's a glimmer of hope, and I see it too. And he said that was a positive step that Oakland City Council obviously wants them to stay. He says they asked him, what do you think about the site in Concord? Because someone referred him to a big, it was like a old military site or something. There was a lot of land out there that you could build a big ass stadium. And he knows that it's out in Concord, California. And he says, I looked at it. It's there. It's a possibility. But I absolutely love the site we're on now. If in fact we get something done in the Bay Area, I think it's going to be on that Coliseum site. That's what I'm pushing for. If the Coliseum City doesn't work, and it's way too early to know whether it will, the only alternative could be relocation. Concord was a suggestion by somebody that I should take a look. So I took a look at it, Davis said. It wasn't a leverage thing. I don't do that kind of stuff. It was to gather information. We've got to get something done. We really do, and we will. So guys, he definitely wants to stay in Oakland. Al Davis wanted the Raiders to stay in Oakland. And the big picture why Mark wants to keep them in Oakland is because Al Davis is buried in Oakland, guys. Al Davis deserves to be where the Raiders are. You know what I'm saying? So I understand where Mark Davis is coming from. The investors are interested. Obviously, the Oakland City Council is going to work with the investors. And I heard the money's all there now because that Capital One investment company, I think, they're going to put up a lot of money. The NFL will help. City of Oakland will contribute a little bit, and the Oakland Raiders will get it done too. So let's hope that the Coliseum will be done, because I want to see a new stadium. I want to have a nice stadium for my kids. I want to have a better stadium than that fucking stadium we have now, because it's pretty damn bad. You know, I'm tired of seeing the fucking baseball diamond in the middle, and I agree with everybody. That is disgusting. So let's get it out, and we got to get something done. And Mark Davis seems very determined, and I can't wait to see how this is going to play out, because obviously our lease ends this season. We're going to have to get an extension at Oko for at least 3 more years while it's being built. But it's rumored, if everything goes great and this whole Coliseum City idea works, they're going to start building it in September of 2014, which will be next year in September. So let's hope we get it done. If you guys watched the Chiefs game last week, it wasn't a pretty sight, okay? Terrelle Pryor was very shooken up. He got sacked nearly 7-10 times. I don't even remember how much it was. There was delay of games. It was very loud. And he was very, very shooken up, okay? And that's the one time I saw Terrelle Pryor look horrible, okay? His mind was scattered everywhere. His mind was not throwing it and completing a pass, all right, guys? His first thing was thinking, how am I going to escape these linebackers from getting me into the floor? Because he had no offensive line. Once our offensive lineman went down, the game was over. That's just honest opinion. We had no chance. Terrelle Pryor said that the environment really did help, because it was so loud that his visor was shaking. The ground was shaking, and he was very nervous, and he kept getting sacked. He wasn't able to move the ball down the field like he was wanting to. He kept getting the delay of games. Everything was collapsing on Terrelle Pryor. He's a very young man. He doesn't have a lot of experience in the NFL, and that was a good time to get it in. Get it in while he's young. You know what I'm saying? And Greg Olsen tried to keep him composed and was trying to keep him calm, but Terrelle Pryor admitted at the end of the game he got shooken up. He got psyched out, and that never happens usually, because he was in college. He played in a lot of loud environments like Michigan and a lot of other places like that. But Terrelle Pryor is a young man. He's a young man in the NFL trying to come up right now. He got a lot of eyes on him, and he's playing an undefeated team in their home. They broke the sound barrier, no offensive line. I could understand why he lost that game. I could understand why he threw a few interceptions, okay? So he was going to go this week, this bye week, and if we were going to win the Kansas City Chiefs, he was going to go and work out with his throw, with this quarterback, trainer. I think he taught up Tom Brady, taught up Peyton Manning. I know it's Tom Brady, and I know he did, Tim Tebow, but of course nothing really worked for Tim Tebow. But anyways, he's worked with him before on his throwing mechanics, and that's what he was going to do if we were going to get the win. But since we got that loss, he felt like he needs to get on the same page with Greg Olsen. He felt like he needs to stay here in Alameda and work on some plays, work on how to stay composed and that kind of thing. And Greg Olsen is going to try and mold him and try and come up with some new plays and a game plan to attack the Steelers next week. And I totally agree. And you know what, guys? The Raiders organization is seeing that this young man is really taking everything in, and he's really trying to learn. And Dennis Allen said that he wants to build the franchise over Terrelle Pryor. He quote unquote said that. And when Terrelle Pryor was asked how does he feel about that, he says, I need to execute, and I need to I got to get this team to win, because I'm not going to have a job. That won't happen. So he's very, very eager to win, guys. He wants to make playoffs. He's promised that we're going to make the playoffs this year, but I didn't really want to bring that up. I don't really believe it. I don't see it. I think for sure next year, but this year it's going to be damn slim if we make it, just because this offense needs another year. If this offense has another year and this defense has another year, fuck, we're going to do good. I'm telling you guys. It's nothing but the up from here, Raider Nation. I told you guys this in the beginning of the year, and I see a lot of hope for this kid. And I'm just hoping we can hold on to him, man, because in the last 10 years, we've nearly went through 15 starting quarterbacks. What the fuck is that about? So enjoy your Sunday tomorrow. My Sunday is going to be really boring. I'm probably going to watch the Steelers game because my dad watches the Steelers, and I got to play the Steelers next week. So I guess I'll be watching my dad's team, and I'll be taking notes on the Steelers, seeing what the good and bad is. Hopefully it's a lot of bad, because they're pretty bad this year. So it'll be a fun game to watch. Steelers versus Raiders next Sunday, guys. I'll try and do a video this middle of the week. Peace out, Raider Nation.
I don't need a vest, I rep my team. Black and silver, I bleed. Left shield on my chest. I don't need a vest,